Okay, hello everyone. You're with me, Bryce, and now we are in Suolum Park. Today we are going to see whether what foreigners are thinking about taxi in Thailand. So let's go. Let's start.
My name is Francis, and I'm from Massachusetts. And we've been here so far going on 2 weeks.
Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm 29 and I come from Germany and I do backpacking around Asia.
My name is Robert and I come from the USA. My hometown is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
French guy. My name is Jeremy. I'm from Paris. I'm in vacation, long vacation. I'm staying in Bangkok 2 months because it's one of my favorite city in the world. People are nice, the weather is good, and the food is very, very good.
Taxi service, some is good. Some taxi service is difficult.
I don't like it that they don't put on the meter so that you don't see how much you would actually have to pay.
The taxi service is usually easy to use. Many times foreigners have to ask the taxi driver to use the meter. And most taxi drivers don't speak much English, but it's okay. If they use the meter, it's easy.
When you're from Paris, taxi is a good price, cheap. So for I'm use all the time taxi. In France is a luxury a little bit. It's very expensive. Here you can buy. The driver are in generally are very smile.
I think it's difficult at the beginning because many of them, when they see foreigners, when they see Farang or tourists, they're not always telling the truth. So a lot of them don't want to put the meter. Seen also a lot of them, they have a meter, but the meter goes fast up, much faster than it should. And at the beginning, as a foreigner, you don't know all these things. So you just think, you know, when you arrive at the airport, they tell you, oh, it's okay, I don't put the meter, will cost 500 baht. You think 500 baht, okay, it's cheaper than it would be in my country. So you say, okay. But when you live here, you know, a few weeks, a few months, and you start to understand how much it should cost, that makes people very upset because you think, why did I pay so much? It's not the normal price.
Well, the taxi service is great with the meter taxi. If you get a meter taxi, it's very good.
No.
Not very, except to get to the airport.
I think it's important because Europeans are not used to the way people drive here, and it's much easier for people to take a taxi or a motor taxi than to buy a car and try to learn the Thai way of driving. So it's important to have this service in Bangkok.
Well, sometimes we would request a taxi to take us to a certain location, and they don't want to go. And maybe it's because of the short distance, or maybe, for instance, if we're the Khao San Road, okay? If we're over there and we're trying to get back to this area and doing busy time, many of the taxis don't want to go.
Yeah, I think they do it quite a lot. They don't put the meter on it and sometimes they charge you like more money that you would actually have to pay.
Try, yeah, sometimes, if they won't use the meter.
The issues is they're not always fair. There is the meter. Some of them are not quite sober when they drive.
Well, what I do is, you know, I'm a visitor, so there's not too much I can say. So what I do is I said, okay, if this is the way they want to do things, then we'll ride the train.
So you just get out?
So we just won't get in a taxi the next time. We'll get on the train. So I find my directions around on the train, and the trains and the subways are beautiful around. And we are staying in the Bangkok area, so it's easy to get around on the subway and the train and the bus.
We just say like we want to get out.
I get out of the taxi.
If I know exactly where I'm going, I tell them, look, this is the way you should go. Take this route to go there. If not, then what we can do is you can stop the taxi and I can get out.
Sometimes communication, like I know a little bit of Thai to say right, left, straight, but sometimes if they don't know where I want to go, it's difficult to communicate. I use my mobile phone and look at my GPS because I live here. So if I know the destination is direct and they go
wrong,
Hua Sai, then I
you
will,
just say go off, right?
I will say, look at the GPS and tell them I know.
I see.
The places that are, I don't think there's a special place.
Every day.
I don't think there's a special place. What happens is they recognize that you are a foreigner.
I don't know because I've just been here like a week. So.
Probably in the tourist areas mostly, but I don't know for sure.
A lot of places in the night, or say after 10, if you want to try to take a taxi, a lot of them will say no meter. During the day, 80% are okay. During the night, 30% are okay.
You should have a number that you can call because all the cabs have licenses, and the information is inside the license. They should have a number that the tourists can call right away.
Maybe they should like put it on law that they have to put on the meter.
I think this already is there at the airport, but have a sign in the taxi in many languages, insist on taxi driver using the meter. At the airport, it says only use licensed taxi service to come back from the airport. You know the system from the airport,
yeah.
So, but to get to the airport, sometimes it would be helpful to have in the taxi a reminder for foreigners, ask taxi to use the meter.
Which makes me personally quite upset is when the police catch some of them with the meter wrong, or who don't want to put the meter, or sometimes even worse, like they hurt the customers with a knife or something.
Really?
Oh, I heard quite a lot of those stories. They just let them go. They give 100 baht, or maybe not 100, but 500 baht or 1,000 baht to the police, and they're free. If they do things like don't put the meter, the police should not only give them 1,000 baht and it's okay. It should be, you give me back your license, your taxi license. Increase their salary. Do more checks. They should put the police not with the uniform, with normal clothes, at the points where people know that the taxi don't want to put the meter. And if they do that, with the fine that they do, like, I don't know, 500 baht every time they catch one don't want to put the meter, they can pay the new policeman.
I see.
I'm sure if police do that all day, in 8 hours they will catch, I don't know, 50 taxi.
I see.
50 times 500, that's 25,000. The salary of the police is paid.
That's easy. The only thing you have to have is where you have this photo and this license number. Underneath that, you should have a phone number that says for misbehavior of the driver, or for unlawful. So you can and the phone number that you can call, because you already have the picture there of the driver, and then you have his license number, and then there should be something underneath that where you can do.
I think because every taxi driver has their name and identification number in the taxi, there's a good system already there.
So you already know, right, where to report if there was cheating?
Yes.
So
Thailand is more organized.
There is an app that you can use to report when you have a problem with the taxi. But I think
You really tourist report?
people
Tourism?
tried it. People tried it. Even if not tourists, the Farang who live here, who live and work here. The problem is
They
you
don't
send
know.
the message, okay, this guy did bad, and nothing happened. So
And
people
they don't
reported
feedback you anyway.
once, twice, 10 times, and after that, after 2 months, they saw, okay, we send the message, we tell the government what we think about the taxi, we tell them where the problem is, and they don't do anything about it. So why we spend some time, telling them where is the problem?